So on this problem, they give us specific instructions. What do the instructions right here say? They want us to factor it, okay? In other words, they want us to unfoil it. They want us to figure out what two binomials multiplied together to give us this one trinomial. Now, does this go in the form x squared, and then x, and then a number without a variable? Does it follow that form? It does. So what's this form called? Quadratic. Quadratic form. And when you have something like that that's in that form, what does it generally factor out into? If it factors, what will it factor out into? Two what? Binomials. Okay, so here's one and here's the other. And now what you're looking for is what times what gives me x squared? X times x. So I'm going to put here x and x. Remember the first two positions, this spot and this spot must multiply to give you x squared. And now you need to figure out what your factors of 12 are. So 1 times 12 gives you 12, 2 times 6 gives you 12, and 3 times 4 gives you 12. All right. Now, remember that the second position, the number that goes here and the number that goes here, the two numbers must multiply to give you 12, but must also add to give you negative x. So they must multiply to give you negative 12, and they must add to give you negative 1, right? Because what's understood to be right here in front of this x? A 1. So we have to pick which of these factors multiply to give us a negative 12 and also add to give us a negative 1. Okay? So could I do 12 minus 1 and get 1? No. What about 6 plus 2? Or 6 minus 2? Will that give me negative 1? No. How could I use 3 and 4 to make them add to give me negative 1? Huh? Right. So we'll say positive 3 and negative 4. Now let's see if we did that right. Remember, the first terms must multiply to give me what? X squared. They did. Okay, now the last terms, 3 and negative 4, must multiply to be negative 12. They are, aren't they? And then finally, when I take the 3 and the negative 4 and I add them, it should give me negative 1. Did it? So I factored it correctly. Remember, if it's in this quadratic form, if it factors, it will usually factor to be two what? Binomials.